14 and 18 in the third inning. And he's pitching good at times. He really needs to come through. And as we talked about, when they get our bats going and put some runs on the board for him, make him relax a little bit.
And JT was talking about this, looking at the stats. One of the things you mentioned, get the bats going. One of the things the Scrappers need to do is hit a little bit better with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that's been a little bit of a bugaboo right here early in the season. We need to get up there and have some positive at bats in those situations. Try to keep under control. Not do too much, as JT and I were talking about. A lot of times in those situations, the hitters will try to do too much. And when you do that, you're just helping the batter out. Good thing to have.
If you're around, come on up to the ballpark. Perfect afternoon to play baseball. And if you looked at the forecast, it's not supposed to be perfect the end of the week from Wednesday through Saturday. Frank, a partly cloudy sky, breeze blowing, helps the balls going to left and left center.
Yeah, good overcast sky today, no sun field. Light breeze out toward left center and left. That'll help the ball get up in the air a little bit. It's going to be gusting a little bit here. We've had some adventures this year with some pop-ups. We talked about it a lot, and it just wouldn't come to fruition. But this year, we've had several pop-ups go out there, and it looks like shortstop's going to catch it, and second baseman catches it out in right field. And we'll see a few gusts of wind come up and could influence this ball game.
Both teams have finished infield. Magnolia in their red tops, white bottoms. Nashville in all white. Coaches and umpires meet at home plate discussing the ground rules. Kyle Slayton will be behind the plate. Robert Poole on the bases. Scrapper coach Zach Stewart out there. And Jacob Richardson, he's an assistant at Magnolia. And JT had to call at Magnolia yesterday. Their head coach, Zach Muldoon, is not in the ballpark this afternoon because he got ejected yesterday, and the AAA rules are if you get ejected, you sit out the next game. So, JT, you had a little fun at the ballpark yesterday afternoon.
Let me tell you, that was an interesting one. You know, with the rescheduled games we were talking about before, you know, that you have to try and find umpires at the last minute, and who they found was not good for either side. His strike zone was non-existent. I think it might have been about the size of a sheet of paper, and then he just lost control of that situation there in the fifth inning, and the Scrappers didn't help anything out, committing 3 errors, allowing 5 runs.
Anyway, today's a new day. PA announcer Michael Howard, he's introducing starting lineups, introducing the Magnolia Panthers first as they line up along the first base line. Then it'll be the Scrappers. Frank has the starting lineups for you at home.
For the Magnolia Panthers, leading off and playing shortstop will be number 9, Braden Sanchez. Playing center field and batting second will be number 13, Jackson Touch. Batting third and playing first base, number 4, DJ Marshall. DHing and hitting cleanup will be number 3, Mason Browning. He'll be DHing for the pitcher, number 22, Tyson Nelson. Batting fifth will be the second baseman, number 7, Turner Alston. Batting sixth will be the catcher, number 11, Jack Stevens. Batting seventh and playing right field will be number 6, Walker Carter. And batting eighth will be the third baseman, number 27, Gage Kobler. And batting ninth will be the left fielder, number 2, Dayton Glass. The National Scrappers leading off will be the pitcher and also slash DH, number 3, Luke Boone. Batting second will be the second baseman, number 5, Banks Ray. Batting third will be the third baseman, number 13, Mason Honey. Batting cleanup will be the first baseman, number 34, Carson Kirby. Batting fifth will be the catcher, number 18, Gabe Green. And right field, batting sixth, number 7, Hayden Gray. At shortstop and batting seventh, number 17, Madden Arnold. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 1, Carson Chambers. And batting ninth and playing center field will be number 2, Zeus Hutchinson.
All right, the starting lineups have been introduced. We're going to take about a 1-minute break as they play the national anthem here at Wilson Park. come right back. First pitch around the corner. Scrappers and the Panthers will be back in 1 minute. Check out the visiting Magnolia Panthers, as Frank told you a couple of minutes ago. It'll be Sanchez, Touch, and Marshall, Browning, Alston, and Stevens, Carter, Glober, and Glass. The right-hander, Luke Boone, on the mound for the Scrappers, and Frank, Scrappers in a little losing streak here. Lost to some good teams. JT has had most of the games lately. JT seems like all we are is road warriors. It seems, I don't know, I haven't counted it up. Seems to me like 70% of the games have been on the road this year.
I can tell you my fuel bill tells you that it's been on the road a bunch. But yeah, we had 3 in Central Arkansas, and had one slip away from us Thursday night, and then ran out of time on Saturday morning. That was when we were down 10-2 at one point. We battled back to 10-8 and ran out of time. So just tough weekend.
Scrappers want to get a W back here at Wilson Park, Frank.
Yeah, I do. You want to stay up on everybody in this district race, round robin. So top 4 teams will go to the regional tournament this year. And you want to be up there. You'd like to be 1 or 2. That's always the best seed.
Lights come on here, but it's just a partly cloudy day, as we mentioned a while ago. Wind probably, what, Frank, 6, 7, 8 miles an hour toward left field?
About that. Just enough to give a fly ball a little extra help.
Jacob Richardson trots down to third base to coach there for the Panthers. Connor Harrington's over at first. Their shortstop, Braden Sanchez, leads it off from the right side. The right-hander, Luke Boone, kicks and fires. Ground ball to second. Ray picks it up on 3 hops, throws low, but Curdy digs it out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Jackson Touch. Frank, all these Magnolia names are familiar from the last couple of years, and they're still young. Most of them sophomores and juniors.
Yeah, they did. They started a whole bunch of kids the last couple of years, so we're familiar with these names.
Boone takes something off a breaking ball, goes outside ball 1, Touch in center field today. He stands in from the right side, half swing and a foul back against the screen.
Touch hitting .333 on the year.
He's one of their better players.
Got 8 RBIs. That's second on the team. The leadoff hitter leads the team with 12 RBIs.
Boone works quickly and a little slow breaking ball and has Sanchez timing off as he fouls it to the right side. Infield and outfield pretty well straight away for a touch. Hutchison fairly shallow in center field. Swinging another foul. DJ Marshall, he's their first baseman on deck, and I believe he's a senior. He's been around a while, and he's a good one. Just inside by Boone. Evens the count at 2-2. Had a little pop on that fastball,
Yeah.
Frank.
He's got a little more arm strength than he had last year.
Swing and a miss. Talk about that good pitch, Frank.
Good. Looked like a slider. Started it kind of in the middle of the plate. Ended up about 2 inches low and outside. Touch couldn't hold up. That's the second out.
2 up, 2 down. We're just getting started. Kind of a sparse crowd up here. Expected kind of a few more in the stands this afternoon. Maybe they'll come in a minute as Marshall takes the ball in the dirt low. Gage Green is the catcher. We'll set the Scrapper defense for you after this pitch.
Marshall hitting 235 on the year. His on base percentage
And he hits it.
458.
Nice.
Just added to that.
Fastball rides up and in, hits him on his left shoulder, and that's the first base runner of the game. Green is the catcher, Honey at third, Arnold at short, Ray at second, Carson Kirby at first, left to right around the outfield. It's Chambers, Hutchison, and Gray for the left-handed hitting DH, Mason Browning.
Browning hitting 250 on the year. 3 RBIs so far for the Panthers.
Browning, and he takes a pitch outside. Boone got off to a good start. Got the first 2 out with no problem. Marshall hit by a pitch. Now it's 1-0 to Browning. And ball inside. And the last 3 pitches Boone has thrown have not been close. Turner Alston, the second baseman's on deck. And ball 3. Frank Boone all over the plate to the first 2 batters, and now he's kind of lost it a little bit.
Yeah, he's pretty close on a couple of pitches, but they've been balls.
And right down the middle for strike 1 with a fastball. 2 out, 1 on, nothing to nothing. Top of the first. Ball goes high. 2 free bases, and Frank, we talk about it all time at any level. Free bases hurt you a lot in this game.
They really do. There's something you got to minimize. There's a time, a couple of instances where a walk's not a bad thing to a big hitter, but most of the time you just got to make people work and make them put the ball in play.
Turner Austin stands in from the right side. And a good curveball by Boone this time for called strike 1.
Austin hitting 207 on the year.
Scrapper's trying to get out of the first with no damage. Swing and a miss, throws a fastball by him. Now Boone's got Austin set up. Had him out front on a breaking ball and then throws a heater by him. What's he going to offer on 0-2? Just up, good 0-2 pitch, fastball up. Gage Green behind the plate gives Boone the signs. And a curveball hangs high from 0-2 to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, Boone didn't get on top of that curveball. Came out of town sideways.
Strike 3 call as Boone paints the outside corner. So for the Panthers, no runs on no hits, a couple left, a hit batter and a walk. Boone strikes out 2. Scrappers come to the plate in just 1 minute. This is Scrapper Baseball. Come back and join us. This is B99.5. The right-hander Titus Nelson on the mound for the Panthers. Jack Stevens, his battery mate, as they get ready to face the Scrappers. It'll be Boone, Ray, and Honey, Kirby, Green, and Gray, Arnold, Chambers, and Hutchison for the Scrappers. Frank, you got any stats on their pitcher, Titus Nelson?
No,
I do.
JT does.
He's thrown 19 and 2/3 innings. He's faced 80 batters. He's won 2, lost 2. He's given up 15 hits, 4 earned runs, walked 6, and struck out 10.
So not a bad line there. Not a bad line for the young man. Luke Boone leads it off.
Boone hitting .297 for the Scrappers. He's second on the team in on-base percentage at .469. Second in doubles with 3.
Boone hits it into right field. Right fielder drifts back a step or two and puts it away. And just like the Panthers started the first, 1 pitch, 1 out for the Scrappers. Todd Ledford, the Scrapper assistant over at first base. Zach Stewart at third. Aaron Worthen, he's in the dugout for the Scrappers. This is Banks Ray. Banks, the senior second baseman, pitches a little bit. Line drive right at the shortstop, and 2 pitches, 2 outs. And Frank, the unwritten baseball for Honey, you need to take a pitch or 2.
Yeah, it does. You want to give your pitcher just a little time to rest, make this pitcher work a little bit.
And a ball outside.
Mason hitting .326. That's second on the club. He's second in hits with 15, 10 RBIs on the year for the Scrap.
Hey, Honey, a good contact hitter, and he hits it, shoots it past the third baseman. Honey's going to take a wide turn, and he thinks better of it, and probably a good decision. Frank just hit it right through the third baseman for a base hit.
Yeah, he kind of dove to his right on that, went off the tip of his glove a little bit. Nearly got to it, but it was stung so hard, Honey's going to get a single out of it.
Carson Kirby. Yesterday, JT had to call it Magnolia. It was 4-1 in the 5th. Kirby came up with the bases loaded as he takes a ball high, and what did Kirby do?
Kirby hit his second double of the day. That one went to right center field all the way to the wall and cleared the bases. 3-run score, tied it at 4.
Scrappers went ahead to lose that game, but a big hit by Kirby. He's got a little power as Nelson throws one over the outside corner. Kirby does not offer. Honey runs at first, not a threat to steal. 2 outs, no score here in the first. Fly ball to center. Center fielder ball's carrying a little, but now the center fielder parks under it and makes the catch. Frank, Scrapper's got the ball in the air, but didn't get much out of it.
No, 1 hit, 1 inning.
1 hit, no runs, no errors, a runner left. Boone back to the mound. Scrapper's back on defense, no score, top of the second. Come back and join us. This is Scrapper Baseball. Panthers had a couple of base runners in the first on a walk and a hit pitch. Boone ended the inning by striking out the fifth place hitter Turner Austin. It'll be Jack Stevens, the catcher, Walter Carter, the right fielder, and Gage Glover, the third baseman.
Stevens, a 323 hitter so far on the year. He's got 8 RBIs for the Panthers.
Stevens Jr., I know he started last year, maybe a 3-year starter for the Panthers. And a ball just outside. Frank, we mentioned it a little earlier, but this Panther team had a lot of young starters back on this team.
Yeah, a lot of experience.
And Boone drops a curveball in there for strike one. Lights on here. Partly cloudy skies. Maybe a little change up there, took something off. Stevens waves at it and misses. Boone's up in the count, 1-2. Outside, ball 2. Swing and a miss. Front door breaking ball and tied him up, Frank.
He really did. Got that in under his hand. He wasn't sure he wanted to swing, and when he did, it was a bad swing.
Carter, the right fielder, he's also a right-handed batter. Boone works quickly. And a strike.
Carter's struggling at the plate so far for the Panthers.
With Tapper in front of the plate. Green picks it up. It's fair. He's probably going to beat it out. And that was a strange play, Frank. It was a little swing and bunt, and then Green and the batter kind of got tangled up there.
Yeah, they did. Green wanted to do the right thing, pop out on that, grab it, don't wait on the umpire to call it. But it was a fair ball. Never got a good handle on it when he made his throw down to first. Throwed wide, but right fielder backing it up, so that holds your runner at first.
And a ball outside to Gage Glover. He's one of their good arms, but he's had some shoulder trouble this year. Don't believe he's pitched any this year as far as I know, has he, JT?
I don't believe so.
And a strike. Frank, at last hit by Walker Carter, probably went a maximum of 2 feet?
At most.
Line drive, and that's a good base hit. Curveball hung a little bit. Chambers gets it in. Now the Panthers have got something going with the bottom of their order. An infield hit and a line drive by Glover. First and second with 1 out. Dayton Glass comes to the plate. Coach Stewart goes to the mound right quick.
Glass is a 273 hitter for the Panthers this year. Got a couple of RBIs.
Four base runners so far with 1 out here in the second for the Panthers. Glass, number 9, Sanchez on deck. He's their leadoff hitter. And a strike at the knees by Boone. Madden, Arnold, and Banks Ray look for 2 up the middle. Pop up. Should be an infield fly, and the umpires call it as Arnold corrals it on the outfield grass. Good pitch, got him out in front on that off speed.
Really did. He was really out on that front foot. Tried to slow his bat down. Get the pop up for it. Second out of the inning.
One of their really good hitters, their leadoff man, Sanchez, their shortstop. And Frank, if I'm not mistaken, you said when he batted a while ago, he's their RBI leader.
He's got 12.
And a strike over the outside edge, and Boone humped up and had a little pop on that fastball. Two outs, 2-0, nothing to nothing, top of the second. Conference action. Ground ball foul past Coach Richardson down third. Now Boone's ahead in the count, 0-2 with 2 outs.
It's Brady Sanchez, not Brandon.
Okay.
Here's the pitch. Hits it. Had him 0-2. Frank tried to come inside, and Boone would like to have that one back.
Yeah, he would. He dropped down a little bit, come sidearm, trying to get it in on his hand. Got it in too much. Second hit batter on the day for Boone.
And the base is full of Panthers. They try to get off to an early lead here in this game.
Cut struck out his first time up.
And takes a strike, a breaking ball. Boone working out of the windup now with the bases loaded. Swing and a miss. Got him at 0-2 now. Had the previous batter, Sanchez, at 0-2 and hit him. Placed one up high. Carter runs at third, Glober at second, Glass at Sanchez at first. Pop up. Who wants it? Max Ray calls it. Everybody running, and Ray puts it away. And a good job by Boone to get out of a bases loaded jam. Panthers score no runs. They had a couple of hits, no errors. They had 3 left. Scrappers try to dent the scoreboard. When we come back, it'll be Green, Gray, and Arnold. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Scrapper Baseball. No score here at Wilson Park. Gage Green hits fifth for the Scrappers. Frank, he's been their most consistent hitter this year.
He has. Gage leads the team in several categories. Batting average, on base, hit. Second on the team in RBIs with 11. He has one of the 2 Scrapper home runs.
And shoots it hard foul over the Scrapper
One
dugout.
of the 3 Scrapper home runs.
And Nelson lets up on a pitch, and it goes over Green's head, ball 1. And a good pitch there as he takes a little off, and Green gives up on it. Now he's in the hole 1-2. Hayden Gray on deck. Ball outside. Green having that good senior year this year. Done a nice job behind the plate, and as Frank said, the leading hitter on the team. But this time he swings and misses at a fastball for the first out of the inning. And that's Nelson's first strikeout of the day.
Next up was Scrappers, number 7, right fielder, Hayden Gray.
Gray, the right fielder, he's got some speed, Frank, and we've seen him try to drop one down and beat it out more than once this year.
We have. He's second on the team in stolen bases.
And that's what he does, and he's fixing to beat that one out. How about that, Frank?
You made a good call right there. A good bunt right there at third base in charge. Had to try to make a quick switch. Couldn't make it. Gray had it beat out all the way.
And Green with an infield hit. Now let's see if the Scrappers want to do some running with one out. Madden Arnold to the plate. Chambers on deck. Moved him down in the order a little bit, but Chambers always dangerous at the dish. Long one by Arnold, but it'll go foul. He turned on that high fastball, Frank.
He did.
Gray chokes up about an inch on that bat. And a little change of speed and a good pitch by Nelson. Arnold takes it for strike two. Now he's in the hole.
Yeah, a little slow breaking ball that time. Late break on it.
Catcher sets up outside. Ooh, and he gets the call. Arnold thought it was outside, but it's called strike three. So 2 strikeouts with Gray's base hit between. Kind of get a feel they may put Green in motion here with 2 outs,
Yeah,
Frank. Nothing.
He's got 5 stolen bases. I'd make a go at it.
Not going in. Chambers fouls it off. We might talk about this a little next inning, Frank, but when are the torpedo bats going to hit the high school ranks?
Yeah, that's some of these bats, just looking at them, some of these aluminum bats have a little torpedo shape to them to start with.
If you've kept up with Major League Baseball, it's the hot topic. There goes Gray. There's the throw, slides and safe, and the ball gets into center field. He's going to go to third. So a stolen base and an E2. And the Scrappers put a little pressure on the Panthers. Good heads-up running that time by Gray, Frank, and their center fielder touch was a little tardy backing up the throw.
He really tardy. He didn't start moving and the ball got through.
And a swing and a miss by Chambers. Good fastball. Zeus Hutchison on deck. And a ball outside the Chambers. Good 1-2 pitch there by Nelson. His catcher Stevens set up about 2 inches off the plate, and he threw it right there. Good eye by Chambers. Long one into left. Long and high and back and back and back, and a high fly by Chambers. It's out of here. Frank, that was one of those big old high fly ball opposite field, and he got all the barrel on that.
He really did. He got that up, got backspin on it. He's just going to keep carrying. It goes out, puts the Scrappers up 2-0.
And really important, I think, to get a lead in this game, Frank. And there's the lead for the Scrappers. Now Hutchison with 2 outs. And a ball inside. Top of the order, right around the corner as the pitcher Luke Boone is on deck. Line drive toward left center field, and that'll be over his head. Hutchison one-hops the wall. He'll cruise into second with a double. And Frank, 2 hard hit balls in a row.
Yeah, he stung that ball right then. A line drive. It was a double off the bat. He goes into second standing up.
Boone could help himself here. And Coach Richardson's going to take time and come out and a little 2-out Scrapper rally, huh, Frank?
Yep, looked really good. Moved Chambers down in the lineup a little bit, and that really paid off today. A lot of times that helps the kids' attitude. They relax a lot of times. when you move them in the order a little bit, makes them focus some that they hadn't got.
Yeah, and JT could probably speak to this, and Coach Stewart's talked to me. Chambers' batting average not where he wants, but Coach Stewart talks about he's hitting a whole lot of hard luck this year, JT.
I tell you what, he had a rough few days there in Central Arkansas, hitting balls hard and just not getting them to drop. But that was so good to see him get one opposite field there. That was a great hit.
2-0 Nashville. Here's Boone. Boone takes the ball inside.
Zeus is the leader in stolen bases out there at second.
With one out, Gray got a bunt single, stole second, went to third on an error, and scored on Carson Chambers' big fly over the left field wall. Boone taps it foul off to the right side. At the end of this inning, we'll get a pitch count from JT for both pitchers through 2 innings. 2 outs for the Scrappers. Hutchison runs at second. Good speed. Base hit, probably scores. There's a line drive. It's going to get out. They're plugging that left center field gap now. And Boone cruises in with a double and an RBI. Frank, if you were videoing that one, as Peyton Fritz goes into courtesy run for Boone, if you were videoing that one and Hutchison's, they were identical twins almost.
Right at the star out there in left center field. Their center fielder has moved way over there.
Now let's see if Banks could plug that right center field gap.
Banks lined out the second his first time up.
And the ball goes behind his head. How'd that miss him, Frank?
Just pure luck.
Breaking ball with no spin. A lot of hitting room as the second baseman's pulled way over. A lot of hitting room to the right. And it hits him that time. He tries that breaking ball. And the shortstop out talking to Nelson. Scrappers have 2 on and 2 out. Here's the pitch to Honey. Swing and a tapper. It's going to stay foul right in the running lane going to first. Frank, I waited a little on the call because that English, you can't ever tell what's going to happen.
Luckily, he just did top it. It had the right spin on it to stay in foul territory.
Oh, and 1 to Honey now. There goes the runner. And Fritz steals it. Maybe went on his own then, Frank, and no play there, but the runner on first, Ray, didn't fall him down, and probably a good thing as he didn't have a jump. 2 strikes to Honey. Hard foul off to the left side. Win 2 to Honey, first and third. Nashville up 3-0. Ground ball to second. Second baseman picks it up and flips it to first. But a good inning for the Scrappers as Honey rolls out to second. Nashville scores 3 runs, 4 hits. There was an error and a runner left on base. Boone back to the mound. Top of the third coming up. Nashville 3, Magnolia nothing. We'll be right back. Heart of the order comes up for the Panthers here in the third. Third place hitter DJ Marshall, then Mason Brining and Turner Austin.
Good inning for the Scrap. They take a 3-0 lead going here into the top of the third.
Always big to try to have a shutdown inning. Moon has wiggled out of trouble in the first two. Frank left 5 on the base. Has Magnolia the
Only
first two.
allowed 1 hit so far on the day.
And a ball low. Marshall got hit by a pitch his first time. Way outside ball 2. You got a pitch count on the pitchers.
Yeah, that was pitch number 37 for Luke Boone. And for Magnolia, the pitcher Nelson has thrown 32.
2-0 pitch. And right down the middle for strike 1. Just outside ball 3. Don't want to walk that leadoff batter. And just outside ball 4, and a good start for the Panthers.
Second walk Boone allowed on the day.
Walk 2, hit 1. This is their cleanup hitter, Mason Brining. He's a DH from the left side. Shows bunt, pulls his bat back. Coach Richardson down to third. Going through the signs, their head coach, Zach Muldoon, he's not in the ballpark today. Shows bunt again and a strike. He pulls his bat back. He got ejected in the Nashville Magnolia game at Magnolia yesterday. And AAA rules, if a coach gets ejected, he doesn't participate in the next game. Just outside. Green was set up out there. Boone hit the mitt. Scrapper crowd wanted that call. There goes the runner, way outside. Green's throw, and safe. Marshall steals it, and now Browning way up in the count. And Boone having a little trouble finding the plate here in the top of the third.
Got a tough pitch to handle on a stolen base. Got rid of it quick. Marshall just a little too much speed.
And a strike down the middle. Shot foul down the left field line as a left-handed hitting Browning goes the other way. Is about 5 feet foul. Here's the pitch. Swing and the ball to Honey. He throws a strike. Good job by Honey, and the runner goes to third. Kirby makes a return throw. Frank, that ball had a lot of English. It was a good play by Honey.
It did. It was trying to kick its way out right there. Did a good job keeping that glove down and moving with it. Good strong throw over to first for the first out.
Turner Austin, he was a strikeout victim in the first. And a strike at the letters. Scrapper infield back. They're giving up a run. Nashville has a 3-0 lead here. We play in the third. Slings a fastball up there outside. And a good stop by Green as the ball goes way outside. 2 balls and a strike to Brown. Marshall runs at third. He walked, stole a base, went to third on a ground out. Now Tapper toward Honey. Runner tries to score, and he does score at the plate. And Frank got the out. Honey May could have gotten a runner in a rundown.
Yeah, he hung in there pretty good. If he'd have made that pump throw, he might have got him off base, but if he'd made that pump throw and the guy hadn't gone, he wouldn't have got him at first. So, not a bad play by Honey.
So 2 outs, nobody on. Just get out of the inning now. Kind of a manufactured run by Magnolia with a walk, a stolen base, and score on 2 groundouts. And a big curveball, and Stevens, who went down swinging the first time, looked bad on that one, 0-2. And the same thing and the same result makes him look bad on a breaking pitch. But the Panthers get on the scoreboard, 1 run on no hits, no errors, nobody left. Nashville tries to add to a 3-1 lead as they bat in the bottom of the third. We'll be back in 1 minute on B99.5. Titus Nelson back to the mound for the Panthers. He's gone all the way for them. Luke Boone all the way for the Scrappers. We play here in the third. Nashville up 3-1. Carson Kirby flew out to center field. His first time, takes a ball outside. Third baseman Gage Glover plays in on the edge of the grass for the left-handed hitting Kirby.
Carson hitting 289 to the Scrapper.
Line drive right at the shortstop. Nice play by Sanchez. Takes about 2 steps to his left. Frank, the Scrappers have hit a couple of hard line drives that have come up empty today.
They really have. They've tattooed the ball pretty good so far against Nelson. They've got banged out 4 hits and 3 runs so far, but they've been robbed a couple of times.
Here's Gage Green, their leading average hitter, struck out the first time. And a little breaking ball, front door curve ball, comes in over the inside corner to Green. And another breaking ball, this time over the outside corner, and Green quickly in the hole, 0-2. Got quickly in the hole his last at bat. Now off-speed pitch goes low. Frank, we started talking about the torpedo bats last inning, and very simply, the torpedo bat moves the swinging a foul by Green. It moves the sweet spot down toward the trademark.
It does, and you see that with a lot of these aluminum bats. They come up to the label, as we say, the brand, and then they kind of bow out right there and stay the same thickness through the rest of the
And
bat.
a pop-up. First baseman or the pitcher, who wants it? First baseman Marshall comes in and takes it about 15 feet in front of the plate. 2 quick outs for the Scrappers.
The torpedo bat tapers toward the end to save a little weight. It's been around. There was an old bottle bat. People my age and older will remember that used to be. And one guy pointed out it's just a thin-handled Jackie Robinson bat.
Hayden Gray got an infield bunt single, came around to score.
You won't remember this, Coach, but we had a Jackie Robinson model bat when I played.
We did, and now fly ball. It'll hang up between the second baseman and the right fielder, and the center fielder's touch puts it away. Frank, even further back in that, when I played, I either choked up about 5 inches, either used a Nellie Fox or a Jackie Robinson. Handle about as big as a Coke bottle.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that. Scrappers go in order. We've played 3. Nashville up 3-1. Come back and join us. Moon back to the mound. Drivers went quickly, 1, 2, 3 in the third. Game moves quickly to the fourth inning, only about 40 minutes old now.
Leading off for the Panthers, the right fielder, number 6, and Walker Carter.
Carter reached on a swinging bunt off the plate. Green had a little trouble picking it up.
And a strike. He takes a little off over the inside edge. And ball just outside. Umpire started to raise that right hand, but thought better of it. Now low, 2-1. Boone's been behind some hitters. And the Panthers have had base runners every inning. And a good breaking ball that time in under his hands, and Carter comes up empty. 2-2, just getting started here in the fourth. All outside. Like to keep that lead runner off base here to begin the fourth. Payoff pitch coming. Swinging a foul, we'll do it again.
7, 8, 9 of it at bat. You really like to get them out here in order.
And a walk. And a good start for the Panthers.
Next up for the Panthers.
Third walk issued by Boone on the day to go with 4 strikeouts. He's only allowed 1 hit so far.
Only allowed 1 hit, but Frank, he's walked 3 and hit 2. That's why they've had these runners on the bases. Let's see if they want to bunt. Honey thinks maybe he's on the edge of the grass as Kirby holds against the runner. Lober got a little power, and now Boone throws a ball.
Lober singled sharply to left his first time up.
They moved him down in the order, Frank. He's one of their better hitters, though. Fly ball to right. Let's see if Gray can get there. It's going to be in foul territory, and he puts it away. Runner tags. Here comes the throw, and good base running. Good play and a good throw by Gray, Frank.
It was. He did everything he could right there. Momentum carrying him away from second base. Makes a good catch. Spins. Makes a great throw, but just a little bit late.
And you got to give Carter and the first base coach over there, Frank, a lot of times people just give up on that foul ball.
Yeah, that was a good job right there tagging up. That's one you do want to tag up on.
Dayton Glass, he's the left fielder.
He popped up to short his last time up.
And he takes a ball just high. Partly cloudy, mostly overcast here today, just right to play baseball. I'd guess, Frank, temperature mid-70s, huh?
Yeah, 75, 76.
Little one hopper to short. Arnold picks it up on 2 hops. Nice play coming in. Frank, that ball was hit off the handle. He had to really charge it.
It did. It looked like a line drive, except it was off the handle. And it kind of died out there.
Here's their leadoff hitter, Braden Sanchez. Braden Sanchez is grounded out, being hit by a pitch. Runner at third. Tight game. Nashville up 3-1. And a ball just outside.
So is that one of those, if he'd have had the torpedo bat, he might have been able to hit it further there?
He might have been able to hit it further. He hit it down toward the trademark, maybe even a little below the trademark. And the pitch goes high to Sanchez. Jackson Touch on deck. This is the top of their order. Now Boone decides he's going to come from the set position. And a line drive, and it handcuffs Arnold. Hitter error, Frank.
I'm going to think about that for just a second.
It was hit hard.
It was
diving right.
It was a grab it or you miss it twice. I'm going to give him an infield single on that.
It was right at Arnold's feet, and he had to react if he smothered it, he might have caught it in the air, or it might have been short hopped. Panthers inch closer. It's 3-2. Frank, when you look at the scorebook, and a strike. When you look at the scorebook, those 2 runs the Panthers had both reached via base on balls. Ties him up inside and swings and misses, fouls it off. He really had him tied up on that pitch,
He
Frank.
really did. As we've mentioned before, stats show that in the major leagues, the leadoff walk will score 53% of the time.
Little tapper toward second, 2 hops. Ray picks it up, flips it to Kirby. But once again, the Panthers get a little closer, get 1 run on 1 infield hit, no errors, and a runner left. 3-2. We got a good one here at Wilson Park. Scrappers come to bat, bottom of the 4th. Come back and join us. Line drive, base hit. Let's see if he can get 2. Yes, sir. It's going to the wall. He'll coast into second with a double, and Arnold spanked that ball over the third baseman's head.
Yeah, good line drive right there. Left fielder couldn't even get to it, cut it off. Well, Arnold in with a stand-up double to lead off the inning. Carson Chambers coming to bat. He had a home run his last time up.
Chambers hit a big fly over the left field wall, and Coach Richardson comes out to talk to his players. The infield comes in.
He's going to
Now
take
they're going
the
to make
ball.
a pitching change. Panthers are going to make a pitching change. Maybe Jackson Touch is coming in from center field, I think. But we're going to take a 1-minute break. Here's the situation. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Nashville's up 3-2. Arnold leads off the inning with a double. Panthers make a pitching change. We'll be back in 1 minute. Coming in from center field and finishing his warm-up toss is the right-hander Jackson Touch. He'll face Carson Chambers with a runner on second and nobody out. Nashville up 3-2. Chambers has a good cut and fouls it into the parking lot.
Arnold on second with a leadoff double. Chambers a 2-run home run his last at bat.
Peyton Couture comes into the game for them. And another swing and a foul. And Frank, we've seen Touch throw before, and he gets it up there with a little bit more giddy up than Titus Nelson did. Scrappers holding on to a 3-2 lead. It's been a good one here. And Touch whirls but doesn't throw to second base. Chambers down in the count 0-2. Like to get the runner to third. And he pops it foul again. He stayed with that fastball to Chambers, and Chambers has fouled 3 off.
He's taking aim at his teammate's truck out there, Carson Kirby. He's hit it once and bounced right over the second time.
And a ball low. Chambers hit it over the left field wall back in the second inning. 2-run shot. Now the catcher, Jack Stevens, calls time. New pitcher, runner at second. They've gone through about 5 or 6 pitches, but maybe want to get together on the signs.
Yeah, they've all been fastballs, so maybe they want to try something different this pitch.
Swinging another foul. Chambers goes down low with a ball at his knees and fouls it over the Scrapper dugout. Ground ball toward right. It gets into right. And Arnold will have to stop at third base as the right fielder Carter makes a strong throw in, but Scrappers have something going here. They've got first and third and nobody out. Hutchison, good bunter. Chambers got some speed. A lot of things the Scrappers can do.
They've doubled his last time up into left center field.
Shows bunt. Probably if he bunts, it'll be a safety squeeze. Make them handle it. First and third, nobody out. A lot going on here. Marshall holds against Chambers at first. And Hutchison not showing bunt and takes a strike. Now he backs out, takes a look at Coach Stewart. Luke Boone on deck. Swinging a foul. Kind of hung one in, Frank, but got it in enough where he couldn't do much with it.
Had to try to get his hands in. He did, and just got it off the top of the bat for a foul ball.
Touch wants to strike out. Hutchison wants to put it in play. And a good piece of defensive hitting there. He was fooled, but spoils it to the right side. 1-2 to Hutchison, 3-2 in the game. Arnold led off the inning with a double. Panthers made a pitching change. Chambers got a base hit. Little fly ball into right. We're going to tag, but first baseman's going to catch it, and Arnold tags, but he never made a move. The first baseman Arnold went behind. First baseman Marshall went behind the bag. Frank caught it. Then he fell down. So.
Yeah, you weren't thinking about tagging on that. When he fell, you might have had a little chance, but
maybe try to draw a throw. I mean, there's no way he's going to score, but hopefully make him throw it away. There goes the runner. Line drive, just foul, and about 10 feet foul, really, down the left side. Scrappers got action in the bullpen.
It's John Wallace.
Here's the pitch. Ball high. Boone all the way for Nashville. Jackson touch in relief of Titus Nelson for the Panthers. First and third, one out. Now touch backs off. Boone steps out. Banks Ray's on deck. And they try the play that I can't stand, and it almost works. It's illegal in professional baseball now. Touch fakes to third and turns and throws back to first, and pretty close over there.
Close over there. Just got back in.
Ball in the dirt. Good stop by Stevens. Big moment here in the ball game. We're halfway done, bottom of the fourth. Nashville has first and third, one out, clinging to a one-run lead. Throws a fastball by Boone for strike two.
And flown to right, and he's doubled. Has one of the Scrappers' 3 RBIs today.
Now Touch steps off again, looks at his wristband. Infield back looking for the double play. And they try that play again. And Chambers didn't bite this time.
Not even close this time. No throw to first. Sometimes pitcher does that just because he's not sure what he wants to throw. Doesn't feel comfortable.
Ball outside. Runs the count full. Chambers was off with the pitch, Frank, 2 or 3 pitches ago. Let's see if we're going to run him on a full count. Payoff pitch to Boone. Chambers eases off. Not going. Ball forward. Loads the bases. Good take by Boone then, Frank.
Yeah, good at bat. We've had 4 good at bats so far. We've got 3 on base.
Banks Ray now becomes the key man in the inning.
First walk issued by the Magnolia pitchers today.
Scrappers put in a courtesy runner for Boone.
Peyton Fritz over there.
Fritz running over there. Now they bring the corners in, but they still look for 2 up the middle. Ray wants to put it in play somewhere. Ground ball foul outside first.
Banks is lined out to second. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's got 9 RBIs, one of the team leaders in that category.
Looks bad on an off-speed pitch, and Touch gets way ahead 0-2.
Well, first off-speed pitch his Touch is thrown.
And it was a good one. Ray trying to put it in play. Ball right back to the pitcher. He gets the out at home. And a little bit of bad luck. Stuck his bat out there. Frank line drive hit the pitcher in the foot.
Yeah, he got it on the fat part of the bat. Almost caught it in the air. A little short hop right there. Easy play at home with the second out.
You know, kind of can't catch a break. That ball could have bounced off his foot where the runner could have scored. Now Honey becomes the big man in the inning as the Scrappers had 2 on and nobody out, but have yet to play to run this inning.
Only hitting .326, 10 RBIs.
Swinging a foul off the right string. Carson Kirby on deck. Ground ball to third, and the third baseman catches it right on the bag and steps on it for the out, and chances wasted in for the Scrappers. We've talked about situational hitting has been a problem for this team, and the Scrappers come up with no runs on 2 hits. They had a walk, left the bases loaded. They don't score in the 4th. Boone comes to the mound, top of the 5th. Nashville leads 3-2. Seems like every time I look at my book, Frank, the middle of the order is coming up.
Yep. Third at bat for DJ. He's been hit by a pitch. He's walked, scored one of their 2 runs. Scrappers holding on 3-2 here as we start the top of the 5th.
And Marshall fouls one off to the left of their third base coach. And a good curveball, late call, strike 2. And takes one in the dirt. Marshall's been hit by a pitch, walked, scored one of their 2 runs. Both of their 2 runs got on base with base on balls. All just outside. Marshall gets the count back 2-2. Now inside, and from 0-2, Marshall gets it back full. Both of their runs have been a walk leading off an inning. Big pitch by Boone. Line drive. Base hit into center field. Frank, you just kind of laid that 3-2 pitch in there, which you needed to do, and Marshall didn't miss it.
Yep, good bat by Marshall then. Low outside pitch, went with it. Solid single to center.
We saw John Wallace in the Scrapper bullpen a half inning or so ago. Mason Browning, their left-handed hitting DH, is up there. Honey's thinking bunt. Tapper to the pitcher. Throws to second and gets the out, and a good play by Boone as he had to wait on Arnold to get to the bag, Frank, and Arnold was playing deep, and that's a good job by Boone to make the play.
You always worry about pitchers rushing that right there, trying to lead that shortstop in there. He stutter stepped and held on to the ball and made a solid throw down there to get that lead runner.
And it was just a tap, no chance for a double play. Ooh, and a good curveball that time to Austin, and he takes a cut and comes up empty. He's 0 for 2.
Austin struck out and grounded to third.
We'll ask JT how many pitches as Boone throws high after that pitch.
That's number 81 for Luke.
81 for Luke. You can throw 110 in high school baseball. Knocks him down for ball 2.
Austin ground out in the third, produced the first RBI for the Panthers on the day.
Good game going here, Frank. They hadn't got but 4 hits. Scrappers have 7. Now way outside 3-1. JT talked about it, and you talked about it earlier in the game. Situational hitting has been a bugaboo for the Scrappers, and it's kind of bit them this game a couple of innings, Frank.
Yeah, it has. Had a chance to put a little distance between us and the Panthers. Couldn't get it done.
And Boone throws a strike as Austin takes all the way, and Boone steps off and looks at first. See if they want to run him. Not running, and ball outside. And the Panthers have a 1-out threat with runners at first and second, down 1.
Jaden Goodson warmed up in the bullpen now.
Jackson Stevens.
Here comes Coach Stewart. Let's see if he's going to give Boone any more pitches or if he's going to go to Jaden Goodson. He's got all the infield around him. Hadn't seen him take the ball yet. Here's the situation. Nashville's up 3-2. We play in the top of the 5th. Magnolia's got 2 on and 1 out. And Boone stays in the game. Their catcher, Jack Stevens, he's a junior.
He's been a strikeout victim both times.
As I look, Frank,
Dropped the ball.
Boone dropped the ball on the rubber, and it's a balk. And it's a balk, but it's a bad break. He was on the rubber and drops the ball. Ground ball to second will tie the game, and boy, what a bad break that was, Frank. Ray flips the batter out. Now the go-ahead runs at third. Walker Carter's up. He's been on base both times. Reached on the air and walked. Good stop by Green on the ball outside. Scrappers took a 3-0 lead, but 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 so far in the 5th. The Panthers have caught up, and a swing and a foul back against the screen. Boy, Frank, you watch a lot of baseball all year. Once or twice a year, you'll see that pitcher just drop the ball when he's on the rubber. And
You don't want a death grip on the ball out there. You kind of want it a little loose in your hand. And they'll get it a little too loose every once in a while.
ground ball to third. Honey to his left. Good play and a good throw. Talk about Mason Honey's play the
He
inning.
had gone a long way to his left right then. In the hole to get that ball, caught it on the run, threw it on the run. Solid throw for the third out of the inning.
Scrapper's a little unlucky there with the balk mixed in, but the Panthers tied on 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, no runner left. New game going into the bottom of the 5th, all tied at 3. Come back and join us. 7-4-8 conference action. Scrappers and the Magnolia Panthers. Carson Kirby leads it off for the Scrappers. New game, tied at 3.
Carson's flown out to center. He's lined out to the short.
Swing and a miss on a ball down and away by touch. He's one of their 2 or 3 better pitchers. They've had some injury to pitchers as Kirby takes a ball. Here's a pitch to Kirby. High swing. Does not go. Frank with a 2-man crew and a left-handed batter. They wanted to appeal, but there's nobody to appeal to.
No.
And ball 3. See some smoke billowing out of way past left center field.
That big fire back over that way.
And a strike down the middle as Kirby takes all the way. Here comes a payoff pitch. Swinging a foul, and Kirby stays alive. Gage Green's on deck. Payoff pitch. All low. Good start for the Scrapper. Let's see what Gage Green can do.
Second walk issued by Touch. His inning work so
And
far.
I maybe have a pinch runner here. I was thinking maybe. And that's what's going to happen. And Peyton Fritz is going to pinch run. JT, you may know that I don't keep up with all the courtesy runner rules. If he comes in as a pinch runner and comes out of the game, is he out as a courtesy runner?
No, sir. He can come back in.
Fritz got some speed, but not much lead. Green bunts it. Turns and looks at second, and he throws a strike and safe at first. Had Green bunting, Frank. Good play by Touch, but he bunts it right back to him.
Yeah, really good play by Touch. Good throw down there, good cover. Almost turned a double play out there.
Now here comes Gray.
We got Brett Fritz over there, courtesy running. for
Yeah,
Dave
Brett
Green.
Fritz is over there now as Green reached on the fielder's choice. Ball inside. Green. It's courtesy runner. Fritz is at first with 1 out, tie game. Ball inside. Madden Arnold on deck. He had a ringing double last time. Scrappers loaded the bases with 1 out and couldn't score. Way high. Gray will take a pitch. Now the catcher, Jack Stevens, goes out and talks to his pitcher. Now the third baseman, Glober, comes in. What are they saying, Frank? Throw it across the plate?
That's the biggest thing. Just relax, throw strikes, let your defense do some work.
It's always easier said than done, though, isn't it?
Way easier said than done. Everything about this game is easier said than done.
And a strike as Gray takes all the way.
Can't tell you how many times I've heard mamas behind the fence. Just throw strikes, baby.
Now ball 4. Frank, the story of the guy, and here comes Coach Richard, the story of the guy. Just gets signed his first professional contract as a hitter, and he says They've got a round ball. They give me a round bat, and they tell me to square it up. This game doesn't make much sense.
It's like the famous saying from the Dominican Republic, it's a round ball, and it comes in a square box. Go figure.
Scrappers have first and second via 2 walks. Let's see if they can take advantage of that now as the umpire gets ready to break up the meeting at the mound.
They've got somebody down there in their bullpen. I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't a trying to buy some time meeting.
Let's see what Madden Arnold can do. And Carson Chambers is on deck. Chambers is hitting one over the wall today.
And struck out. He had a big double in the 4th inning.
First and second, 1 out, tie game. And almost hits him as Arnold backs away. Scrapper Baseball here on B99.5 and live stream on YouTube. Johnny Wilson, JT Carter, and Frank Preer bringing it to you. Here's the pitch. And a strike over the outside third. Evens the count at 1-1. Bottom of the 5th. Scoreboard says Magnolia 3, Nashville 3. And ball inside.
Just got word from Matt Smith that is a controlled burn. Fire department is on scene, so no reason.
Yeah, I thought about that. I think Tuesdays is when they drill, and so
I'm going to say I had not heard any
no
sirens.
sirens.
Right.
Ooh, and a strike to Arnold. Arnold wanted that one to be outside, but it caught the outside corner, 2-2. Now Arnold's in the hole. Hitting room on the right side as the second baseman plays right behind the bag. If he could hit a fastball late and poke it through that right side, it would be a good thing for the Scrappers. And they try pick off at first as they try to run Marshall in behind the runner over there. Good play if it works. Takes a lot of timing on that play.
Yeah, they were a little slow on giving the pitcher the signal to throw over.
2-2 pitch. Swinging a miss. Good breaking ball, and Arnold goes down swinging. Scrapper's been leaving a lot of people on base the last 2 or 3 innings. Let's see if Carson Chambers can do something about it. He's 2 for 2.
Home run, 2-run home run, and a single.
And a ball. Chambers pitched Saturday in Central Arkansas, so he's not on board to throw any pitches today. And he takes a strike. One pitch, long look in. Swinging a foul. Now Chambers is in the hole as he fouls it off over the batting cage on the left side. Touch, 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam. Nice swing. Did not go. Magnolia pitcher doesn't like it. I don't think he went at all. They appeal to the umpire, who this time is behind the mound and was in a position to make the call. That's that back foot slider then,
It
Frank.
was. It nearly got his back foot, too.
Ball gets away, and the runners will move up. Now it's second and third. And a full count to Chambers. Zeus Hutchison on deck. Here's the pitch. Ball high. Scrappers have loaded the bases with the walks. Can Zeus Hutchison make them pay?
This is double, popped out to third.
Ground ball to the shortstop, and he flips it to third, and an easy out. And once again, Scrappers leave the bases loaded. There's a ball hit to the right of the shortstop, and it's an easy force over at third. And the Scrappers come up empty, no runs, no hits, no errors, leave the bases loaded. Tie game. Scrappers make a pitching change. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. 3-3. Magnolia bats into 6. Come back and join us in 1 minute. And Coach Stewart brings in the right-hander, Jaden Goodson. Goodson's entered games at pitching, and Frank, a little rule change they did in high school a couple of years ago. Boone started the game as pitcher DH, so Goodson can come in and pitch. Boone can still bat.
Yeah, that works out pretty good for the Scrap.
And Glover leads off and takes the ball.
Goodson's got 2 saves on the year for the Scrap. He struck out 14 in 11 innings pitched.
And a good breaking ball, and it drops in for a strike. Frank, Coach Stewart, after they Scrappers have played, what are they, like 9-7, 15, 16 games after the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball foul outside third. He's kind of set his rotation for conference games, starting Boone and Chambers, and maybe try to get some mid innings if he has to, but Goodson to come in and close the last few outs.
Goodson's done a good job since he's moved into that position.
And a little foul. Let's see if it gets out of play. He does go over the Magnolia dugout. Glover was way out in front on his front foot.
Over single, flown to left field on the day.
Long one into left. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it's fair. He got on top of the breaking pitch, and Glover's coast into second with a double. Frankie waited on that one and got it all.
Yeah, it hung right in the middle of the plate with a good line drive swing on it down into the corner. He's easily into second base to lead off the inning for the Panthers.
And the ninth hitter, Glass, is up, and the Panthers threaten to take the lead. And Frank, I'd be a little surprised if our number 9 batter is not bunting in this situation.
Yeah, he's got one of the better averages on the team, though. He's not your typical ninth place hitter. So we'll see.
Goodson from a set position. Shows bunt and fouls it off.
Yeah, it looked like he's going to try to bunt for a hit that time.
See how the Scrappers are going to play it. A lot of things you can do with that runner on second. Now, Kirby's way in on the grass. He knows what he's going to do. You can run the wheel play where the shortstop covers third. Let the third baseman stay home and Goodson cover the right half of the infield as he shows bunt again and gets it down. Oh, gets it to Kirby and a good play by Goodson. Frank talk about that. Kirby was charging and Goodson saved him out that time.
Yeah, it was. He bunted that ball pretty hard. And Kirby was charging in. It was a little too far to his right for him to get a glove on it. But Goodson was hustling over cover first. He was able to spear the ball and get the out.
Now it's 3-3 and the infield comes in. And they've got the top of the order. They've picked away at the game, and they've got it back to 3-3 and threatened to take the lead. And a strike, a bender over the outside edge. Honey at third, Arnold at short, Ray at second, Kirby at first. They're all in on the edge of the grass.
Sanchez has reached on an infield hit. Has an RBI.
Goodson would love a strikeout or a pop-up. Tapper foul off his foot. Goodson up 1-2 in the count. Touch the pitcher is on deck. Been a good high school baseball game, Frank.
Yeah.
Irregardless of who comes out on top.
All knotted up here in the top of the sixth, 3-3.
Swinging a foul over the right side over the Panther dugout. Who else is playing today in the district, JT, or do you know? I haven't
even looked yet. I can look here momentarily.
1-2 pitch. Foul.
Fouled it off the knob of the bat then.
I guess so. I thought it had hit him.
Yeah, it got right on the knob.
Arkadelphia is playing Camden. They're winning 2-0 right now in the bottom of the fifth.
Swinging a foul and a good at bat by Sanchez. He's one of their better players.
Yeah, he's their leading hitter, leading RBI guy.
And Coach Richardson wants to call timeout and go get their rosin bag, which is behind the mound, and give it to his batter, Sanchez, to get a better grip on the bat.
Arkadelphia played Camden yesterday and won that game 7-1.
Okay. So we're throwing the rosin bag all over the field right now, Frank. He's gone to the pitcher's mound, to the third base coach, and now back to the Panther dugout. Now we're ready. 1-2 pitch, runner at third. Ground ball short. Comes home. Bad throw, and the runner's safe on the field at short. Frank, it would have been bang with a good throw.
Yeah, it would have a tough throw. Make his momentum going over toward first base, planted his foot. Just throws a little bit wide. Runner gets in there. They take the lead 4-3.
And so far, the Panthers have taken way more advantage of their opportunities than the Scrappers have. As Goodson throws a strike. Magnolia has their first lead of the day, 4-3. Now swing, and he scatters them in the Panther dugout with a late swing to his touch. Scrappers had the infield in. Ball was hit with a little authority, but the runner got a really good break. He was running on contact all the way. Ground ball to second. Ray bobbles it, but gets one. Ball hit hard. Ray bobbled it a second, but got the out at second. So touch reaches on the fielder's choice. Let's see if they let him run the bases or get him in the dugout.
Yeah, that line drive gave Ray that in-between hop. Good job keeping his body in front of it. Played it off his chest and got the lead runner at second.
And Coach Richards is coming out. I believe they are going to take touch out for a courtesy runner now, and that's number 26, I believe.
Yep.
That would be Ike Ainsworth coming in to courtesy run. Touch got plenty of speed, Frank, one of their faster guys. Started in center field, but going to let him get his legs under him as he comes back to the mound next inning.
DJ Marshall's reached base all 3 times he's been up, hit by a pitch, walked, scored a run, and he singled to center his last time up.
And Goodson throws a breaking ball that Marshall takes for a strike. 4-3. It's getting late. Goodson throws to first. Tagged by Kirby, but the courtesy runner Ainsworth back in time.
Only other game was DeQueen was playing Hope. They won yesterday 16-0. They're winning 6-0 today in the third. So.
Hope is struggling. Ground ball to third and just foul as Honey gives chase. In my opinion, JT, Scrappers probably have their 2 biggest conference series this week and next week. Magnolia this week, DeQueen the next.
For sure.
0-2 pitch now to the batter. Runner goes. There's the throw, and Ray applies the tag, but he gets in safe. So the courtesy runner steals the base. Panthers kind of doing everything right. All the little stuff's been going for them, Frank.
Yeah, after the first couple innings, they left a bunch on and couldn't get runs in, but they're starting to click a little bit here now.
Scrappers had a chance to add on, and by the opposite of that, Scrappers had a chance to add on, weren't able to do it. And boy, you watch a lot of baseball, when you get out ahead and you get chances to add on and don't do it, it's not uncommon for it to come back and bite you.
Yeah.
All outside as Green corrals it in the left-handed batter's box, 1-2. DJ Marshall. Be big to keep the runner on second off the board as the Panthers have a 1-run lead now. Swinging a foul, a good at bat by Marshall. Frank, he's about the only senior I see as I look down the roster, maybe 1 or 2 more that don't ever get in the game. This is a young team.
Yeah, they've been building, and they've made some good plays out there that do show their experience. Just that runner scoring for third on that ground ball just a minute ago. He made a good read on that, knowing where the shortstop's got to go. He's running to his left. He's going to have to turn a little bit to throw.
Swinging a foul, he just hangs on, catches some of Green there.
And that's what that experiment does as a third base coach. You don't have a time to tell a kid to go. By the time you say go, he's out. He's got to read that on his own and make the right decision. And they did.
And he did. And the Scrappers, like I say, pitcher dropped the ball on the mound, sent a runner to third, and he scored on a ground ball out. So just got to overcome those things. It's a 4-3 game right now. Ball high. Good at bat by Marshall. Seemed like he's been up there 5 minutes, Frank.
Yeah. He's had 3 good at bats so far today. He was 3-2 last time up when he singled.
And just outside, ball 4. Long inning for the Scrappers. Have given up 1. Here's Mason Brown. I hear somebody whistling over there in the stands, Frank. We don't have the Wilson Park whistler like the Vanderbilt whistler out here now, do we?
hope not.
Watch the Hogs and Vanderbilt, and you hear the whistler the whole weekend as
Yeah.
Arkansas swept the series.
Browning's 0 for 2, but he's reached base twice, scored a run.
He tries to bunt for a base hit, the left-hander does, as he catches Honey back behind the bag. Long inning for Goodson. How many pitches so far, JT?
He's at 25 pitches.
Long inning for Goodson. Panthers have one in the third, one in the fourth, and one in the fifth, and one so far here in the sixth. Tries to bunt again and bunts at it and misses it. Green comes up faking the throw to second. But the courtesy runner for touch, he's on his toes out there. 0-2 to the batter. Scrapper's looking for that third out, get in the dugout, only down by 1. Ball high. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Goodson. He gets out of it. Scrapers come to the dugout down 1 for the first time today. 1 run on 1 hit, a sacrifice bunt, a fielder's choice. They get the run across. When the Scrappers come up in the 6th, they'll be at the top of the order. Boone, Ray, and Honey come back and join us. We've got a good one here. Magnolia up 4-3. Jackson Touch finishes his warm-up pitches. He'll face the top of the Scrapper order. It'll be Luke Boone. Boone is not in the game defensively. He started pitching for the Scrappers, but he was listed as a pitcher DH, and so when Goodson came in the game, Boone's still eligible to hit. Goodson pitching.
Boone has a double on the day and an RBI for the Scrappers. He's also drawn a walk.
Jackson Touch, he's their closer. He's in relief of Titus Nelson, who pitched about half the game. A little easy tapper to the first baseman. Well, Frank said this seemed like this game, Scrappers have had a lot of lead-off first pitch outs in this game.
Yeah, looking back, see the innings. Only in the fourth. Fourth and the 6th, we did get the lead runner on.
And a ball inside to Ray.
Banks is lined out to second. He's been hit by a pitch. He reached on a fielder's choice his last time at the plate.
And a good cut and a foul against the screen. 1-1 to Ray. Boone rolled out to first on the first pitch. Scrappers have 5 outs left in this game. Game about an hour and 40 minutes old. One hopper to third. That'll be easy for the third baseman, Gage Glover. 2 up and 2 down.
Coming up, it's got to be 2 outs.
Scrappers had runners, loaded the bases in the 5th and came up empty. First 2 have gone out easily and quickly here in the 6th. Honey takes a ball. How many pitches for Mr. Touch now, JT?
That was number 53.
Only has a single and 3 trips to the plate.
Backs away from ball 2. Carson Kirby on deck. Ball inside. Honey will take a pitch. And it's ball 4. And I'm going to expect we're going to pinch run for Honey. Have we pinch run for him yet today?
No,
I don't think so.
Yep, and sure enough,
Peyton Hill's going to come in to run.
Peyton Hill comes in to run for Honey.
Center 4, Peyton Hill. He pitch right. Honey will be in.
Carson Kirby in. Scrappers down by 1. They'd love to get that tying run to second. Let's see if they will think about running the pinch runner. He draws a throw and a good stop by Marshall. Frank, if he doesn't corral that one, that might have sent Hill to third.
It might have. Good job by Marshall down there. He's had a good ball game so far.
Touch throws an in-between hop to him, and he corrals it. Pretty good lead by the runner. Ground ball to short. Shortstop takes him himself. And Kirby hits it hard, but right at the shortstop. And he gets the force at second base. Nothing doing for the Scrappers, just a walk. Magnolia clings to a 1-run lead. Goodinson back to the mound. It's 4-3 Magnolia. We're going to finish this one up. It's the end of 6, 4-3 Magnolia. We'll be right back. We've got a good one going here at Wilson Park. Frank, they're talking big rains between now and Saturday. You can just kind of feel the humidity and the rainy feeling coming in right now.
Yeah, they're talking about serious flooding around the area. All the way up from Louisiana to Midwest. So it's a big storm coming.
Scrappers got some game. We got a game, JV game tomorrow. It's supposed to go to Lake Hamilton Thursday. I would think both of those games are in jeopardy. Big series with DeQueen next week. We'll have both of those games on B99.5 and YouTube TV. Turner Austin, he's been on base once.
Austin's got a RBI on a ground out.
Ball way outside, goes all the way back to the backstop.
He's also struck out and walked.
Line drive. Arlo jumps as high as he can jump. How high can he jump, Frank?
High enough to get that one. He timed that just perfectly, going back towards left field. Last second, jumps up, catches it full extension for the first out.
Like Frank said, I don't know how high he can jump, but he jumped high enough that time. The catcher's batting. And a ball outside, just outside, tries a breaking ball.
Stevens 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, but he has the RBI on the ground out.
Scrappers have yet to have a clean inning against the Panthers as Stevens takes a strike. They've had runners every inning. Ties him up with a breaking pitch, and Goodson gets in front 1-2. Line drive, and this probably going to get to the wall as Chambers cuts it off, though. And Chambers makes a good, strong throw, and that's a good play by Chambers, Frank, to hold him to a single.
It really is. Good job. Good read on the ball out there. Got to it in good shape.
I
They've
thought
seen his arm before, so they don't make an attempt to go to second.
they bring a courtesy runner in for their catcher. They'd like to add an insurance run.
Walker's reached on the error. He's walked and scored a run and grounded out to third.
Not much lead by the runner, and a strike over the outside edge as Goodson loses his hat. We should talk it over with Coach Zach Stewart after the game today. Leisurely toss over the first by Goodson. Scrappers trying to get in the dugout, only down one in the seventh. Breaking ball hangs high, 1-1. Half swing, he didn't go. Two balls and a strike. And just outside, now he's in danger of walking this man. Got the first man out on a good play by shortstop Madden Arnold. Next batter reached. And ball 4. Now Frank got one of their better hitters coming up. And Glober's in a position to give the Panthers some breathing room here as they're up 4-3.
Glober doubled down the line his last at bat, came around to score to put the Panthers up 4-3.
Goodson steps off. Austin led off with a line out. Stevens singled. Carter walked. Now it's Gage Glober. Big cut and comes up empty as Goodson throws a fastball. Tapper. Honey's got it and makes a good play. I didn't think he had a chance. Glober doesn't run real well, Frank. Talk about Honey's play.
Yeah, Honey had a long way to come to get that little chopper out there. He scooped it up off the ground with his glove and on the run made a strong throw over to Kirby for the second out. Good play.
I thought when I saw the ball dribbling down toward third, I kind of in my mind thought it was an infield hit. Glass, the number 9 hitter, fouls it over in the third base coaching box. Coach Richardson for the Panthers picks it up. Panthers trying to sweep Nashville. They were swept 2 weeks ago by DeQueen.
Glass 0 for 3.
Breaking ball goes low. Top of the order, Braden Sanchez is on deck. Goodson tried to get the Scrappers into the dugout, down only 4-3 in the seventh.
Class of 273 hitter batting in the ninth hole for the Panthers.
And a foul, and once again, Coach Richardson comes up with the play. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Two on. Here we go. 2-2 pitch. Would be a big out if Goodson can record it. Ball gets away just a little bit. Good play by Green.
Yeah, I got those shin guards out of the way, dropped down, blocked it, rode just a couple of feet from him.
And
Nobody can advance.
That's what we talk about, Franklin. That ball, if you're running at third, and that ball gets away a little toward the first base side, it's quick. It's hard to get that good quick read
It
for
really
the
is.
run. Payoff pitch to the batter. A long one into left. That's going to be tough, and he hits it out of the ballpark. And that might put a cap on the Panther win as the ninth place hitter hits it over the wall. Dayton Glass with a home run. And you can hear the Panther crowd and they're fired up as they should be, and they kind of break this one open, Frank.
Yeah, and like I said, he's a 273 hitter. He's not batting ninth because he's their worst hitter. He's like a second leadoff guy. He got a high pitch right then. Got that good backspin on the ball. It carries over for a 3-run home run.
Ground ball hit a stop by Honey. Gets an infield hit. Honey dives across the foul line. Everything coming up roses for the Panthers now.
Yeah, good effort by Honey right then.
There goes the runner, and now they're hammering it, a base hit to left. That momentum's got on a red shirt right now, Frank.
It does. They've got their timing down on Goodson.
And here comes Coach Stewart, and I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't make a pitching change. And he does take the ball from Goodson. Scrappers are going to be down 7-3. Scrappers are going to make a pitching change. We'll tell you who comes in. Nashville down again, 7-3 in the seventh. Magnolia has scored 3 on a home run by Dayton Glass. We'll be back in 1 minute. We'll tell you who the new Nashville pitcher is. Come back and join us. Coming in from first base to pitch for the Scrappers as they're now down 7-3 in the seventh is Carson Kirby. Looks like Chambers will go to first. JT, if you caught the outfield
Kid, that's Sam Carter out there.
Sam Carter comes in at left as Goodson comes out of the game. Chambers comes in to first. Frank, if you wanted to take a little air out of the Scrapper ballpark about 3 minutes ago, Mr. Glass did that when he hit that 3-run homer
He
over the
really
wall.
did. I mean, you were in it. Even if you give up 1 run in that situation, you're only down by 2. But that 3-run home run, they're killers.
You mentioned it, I think, on our last broadcast. If you're an old-time baseball watcher, the Hall of Fame manager for the Orioles, Earl Weaver, he lived for 3-run home runs.
They did. They do a lot of damage. Usually they're rally killers, though, other people will say, but they followed it up with 2 back-to-back singles here, so they got runners on first and second with 2 out.
They've had a lot of runners today. DJ Marshall bats.
We haven't retired Marshall yet.
Off-speed pitch by Chambers has Marshall way out in front.
Been hit by a pitch, drew 2 walks, and he singled on the day.
Same pitch, same result. 2 strikes on Marshall. Damage already been done here, though. Little floater comes in and just dives low. Kirby is soft tossing little left-hander. Ball high, just high. Even the count at 2-2. Runners at first and second. Magnolia's had 4 hits this inning and a walk, and they have plated 3 so far. Strike 3 call over the outside corner, and Kirby gets Marshall, but the damage done by the Panthers as they score 3 runs on 4 hits. They lead it 7-3. Scrappers need base runners to climb back in it. It'll be Green, Gray, and Arnold come back and join us bottom of the 7th on the way. We'll be back in 1 minute.
This will be his 4th inning of work in relief for Titus Nelson.
And he'll be the winner if he can get 3 outs before the Scrappers get 4 runs. Here's Gage Green. Green takes a strike, late call by the umpire.
Gage 0 for 3 today, reached base on the fielder's choice, got stranded at 3rd in the 6th.
Ground ball to 3rd. Third baseman makes a good throw and a good play and a run out.
A nice play by the 3rd baseman. Had to stretch out there, get that ball down the line. Good strong throw to first for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, well, Frank, we've talked about it. Magnolia's got a lot of young kids, only one senior out there, but they've all played 1 to 3 years out there, and they've got some good baseball players. That's Glober over there at third base. He's one of their best ones, probably their best pitcher, although he's had a little shoulder problem this year.
Yeah, you see that with some of the plays they make, just showing a lot of experience.
And ball 2 to Gray.
Gray's had a good day for the Scrappers. He's reached on a bunt single, he's walked, he scored one of his 3 Scrapper runs. He has a stolen base.
And a strike over the outside edge. Frank, we mentioned this earlier, but one of the things baseball people talk about when you jump out to some kind of lead in the game and then you can't add on, a lot of times it comes back and bites you. And if you look at this scoreboard, it's come back in.
People start putting pressure on themselves and don't take quite the same at bats, don't swing at the same pitches they were earlier.
And walk to Gray. And so we extend the inning with 1 out. Is there JV today?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, they told me to say last call. Miss Brown was texting. I'll go in there.
Madden Arnold to the plate. Arnold's had a ringing double. To go along with 2 strikeouts, takes the ball. They are giving Gray second base, and
Last call for concession stand. Last call for concession stand.
Frank, if they're going to give it to you, I say take it. You know, there's 1 out and you're down 4, but that eliminates the double play.
It does that. Y'all always want to take what they give you.
But Gray's not going. And the ball. Thought Coach, I think he's misread maybe Coach Stewart. I don't know. Coach Ledford goes out and talks to him. He's not getting near as big a lead as he could, but there he goes. And a swing, and they throw through, and not close as the first baseman, Marshall, not holding him up.
Second stolen base for Gray on the day.
Ground ball to short, 2 hoppers. Sanchez picks it up and throws it to first. Scrappers down to their last out. Carson Kirby. He had the crowd fired up in the second as he hit it over the wall, and the Scrappers added another run and went up 3-0, and then the offense stopped. 2 big innings, 4th and 5th, is what Coach Stewart's going to look back, I'm sure, Frank, as the Scrappers leave the bases loaded with less than 2 outs in both innings.
Yeah, that is. That's where you're going to see that you just let the ball game get away from you. Chambers 2 for 2 on the day with a walk.
We mentioned won't get any easier for the Scrappers next week as they have their series with the Queen. And base hit again by Chambers. Good to see him hitting the ball, Frank.
Yeah, good to see him dropping. He picks up his 3rd RBI of the day.
Here's Zeus Hutchinson. Scrappers need 1 more runner to have a slim chance as they're down 3 with 2 outs here in the 7th. And a strike over the inside edge. Touch still throwing hard.
Zeus has a double. He scored one of the 4 Scrapper runs on the day.
Swinging a foul, and the Scrappers are down to their last strike. Here's the pitch to Hutchinson. All outside. If the score holds, the Scrappers will be 2-2 after 2 weeks. Magnolia will be 2-2. Who'd you say the Queen's playing this week?
Queen, they played Hope, yeah.
So
they
the
won.
Queen's 4-0. So they're going to be way out in front of everybody. And the ball gets away, and Chambers will trot down to second on the wild pitch.
No, Arkadelphia's right there with them at 4-0.
But they're playing Hope and Fair. They're playing Hope. It depends on who you play.
Right.
Arkadelphia's 4-0, but they're through with Hope and Fairview.
Right.
They've still got Nashville, the Queen, and Magnolia to go through. Hutchinson stays alive as he tips it foul. Frank, it doesn't take much when there's only 6 teams in the district. There's only 10 conference games, so a 1 or 2 game series can make a big
It
difference.
really can. It's gonna. Whoever wins is gonna be able to claim, with no doubt, that they were the best team in the conference.
Hutchinson hanging tough. She fouls it off to the right side. 7-4 Magnolia. Touch wants a new baseball.
And you're right about how the schedule goes. Schedules mean a lot at every level on how people start, how they feel about themselves, who they've been playing.
Will pop up to the third baseman, and that ends the ball game as Hutchinson pops out. As the Scrappers go down 7-4 in the 7th, they score 1 run on a hit. Scrappers took an early lead. Magnolia kept adding on, and then the big blow, the 3-run homer in the 7th, and the Scrappers go down 7-4. We're going to take about a 2.5 minute break here. We'll come back. Frank will have the summary and the highlights. I think Coach Stewart's planning on coming up here, and we'll visit with him. Losing streak hits 5. Frank, need something good to happen next week, huh?
We really do. We need to get off on a good start with D Queen and close that gap a little bit on them.
Teams shake hands across the way. JT says JV is scheduled. We'll see if that's going to happen. As the teams shake hands and both teams will meet with their coaches. We're going to take a long break here. We'll come back for the post game. Frank will have everything, and then we'll probably talk it over with Coach Zach Stewart. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes. This is Scrapper Baseball. Teams move games up this week in anticipation of the rain, and JT gives us an updated schedule. Everybody has played 4, and it balances out 2 at the top, 2 in the middle, and 2 at the bottom. The Queen's 4-0, Arkadelphia's 4-0. But Arkadelphia has Swell, Polk, and Camden, so it depends on who you play. We're talking about they've still got Nashville, Magnolia, and the Queen to play. Nashville's 2-2, Magnolia's 2-2, Camden's 0-4, Polk's 0-4. Scrappers go down 7-4 here today as Coach Stewart still talks to his troops. Frank, a promising start for the Scrappers, ended up a little disappointing.
Yeah, good start to the ball game. Pretty good job on the mound by our starter Boone. Good second inning, put three runs on the board, but then just couldn't make things happen. Left a lot of people on bases in those last innings.
All right, have you got the highlights and the stats?
Here are the final line score on the day. Nashville 4 runs on 7 hits. They committed 1 error and left 10 on base. Magnolia scored 7 runs on 8 hits. They committed 1 error, left 11 on base. Winning pitcher is going to be Jackson Touch. He came in relief of Titus Nelson. Nelson went the first 3 innings, allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 2. Jackson pitched 4 innings, allowed 1 run on 2 hits. He struck out 1. He walked 5 to get the win. The Scrappers, Luke Boone started the game. He went 5 innings, allowed 3 runs on 3 hits. He struck out 4, walked 4, and hit 2 batters. Jaden Goodson will take the loss. He pitched the inning and 2/3, allowed 4 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 1, walked 2. And Carson Kirby came in and finished up the game with a third of an inning. He struck out 1 batter. At the plate for Nashville, Luke Boone had a double RBI. He drew a walk for the Scrappers. Mason Honey added a single. Hayden Gray had a single, stole 2 bases, walked twice, scored 1 of the Scrapper runs. Madden Arnold had a double for the Scrappers. Carson Chambers had a 2-run home run and an RBI single on the day. And Zeus Hutchison added a double, and he also scored a run for the Scrappers.
And Frank, as we said, game was really close, 6 2/3 inning, 1-run game. Scrappers do come back and get 1 in the 7th, but the killer was the 3-run, 2-out homer by Dayton Glass in the 7th inning that gave the Panthers
Yeah,
some
gave
breathing
them
room.
that cushion. They needed a breathing room, let the players relax, and the pitcher relax until they come away with the win.
Got Coach Zach Stewart up here as the team's getting ready to play JV this afternoon, and Coach Stewart, going to get your thoughts on the game in a minute, but the Scrappers get off to a good start, highlighted by Chambers' home run, got 3, got up 3, and then Arkadelphia starts pecking away. But as I look at my scorebook, the 4th inning we leave the bases loaded, or we have the bases loaded, less than 2 outs. Same in the 5th, couldn't add on. Do you think that's the key to the game?
Yeah, I mean that's the key to any game. I mean, we had I think maybe 8 hits, 8 or 9 hits, something like that, somewhere in that range, but we got to be able to do whatever to get the bases loaded. And that's kind of been the story about the last 5 games, really a lot of the season, even some of the games we won. We got bases loaded, no outs or 1 out, and we don't have a big hit. We're able to lead off double maybe, but then we can't follow it up, and we can't find another base runner, and that's kind of been our Achilles heel. Because, we're getting guys on base, we're just not getting them in.
And we talked about that. JT, of course, has all the stats and everything. And you mentioned it, you'd like the team batting average overall to be better than this, but you still got some guys that are getting some hits, but the situational hitting, the seating with runners on base, he says your average is, I think, now maybe below 200s, and that keeps you from scoring runs.
It does. I mean, like I said, we're getting guys on base. I mean, we're having the right guys up at the right time. It's just, we're just not getting that job done. But hindsight's always 20/20, and the way I look at it is baseball is always going to pay you back. And hey, if we're not using them all at this part of the year, maybe whenever we get to playoffs, we'll have them all ready for, and we'll get all of our runs in scoring position scored in the playoffs.
And not trying to whine a little bit, but we played in some bad luck a little bit today. I mean, the pitcher drops the ball on the mound, and that costs us a run because they scored on the infield out. And I watch lots of baseball from April through October every year, And at any level, you'll see that happen once or twice a year.
Yep.
Well, it kind of came back and bit
It
the
did.
Scrappers today.
And, you know, he threw a great pitch. The very next pitch, that throws a great pitch, ground ball second base, where they tell everybody double play, and you know they end up scoring around and really getting out.
So, the starting pitcher, Luke Boone, Frank and I, get your thoughts on him. I thought Boone had a pretty good outing.
He did. I mean, he said he was struggling with the fastball, so we were throwing a lot of curveballs and a lot of split. Then we kind of got that fastball coming back there in the back end, but you know we were up in the pitch count pretty quick. But then you know settled in, and I thought he pitched really well. And we gave up maybe in the third inning we gave up a leadoff walk. They maybe bunt him over, and then we ground ball to third, or maybe still second, ground ball to third. I thought we could have had him at that play. We don't. We throw him out, and then another ground ball to third. How do we get him at the plate? Ended up taking that out. And he ended up scoring, which was maybe their second run, made it ball game 3-2. I think the next inning, if I remember right, same kind of situation. They got first guy on, bunt him over, and then they ended up getting a hit, runner in scoring position hit, and scored a run there. So you know, tip your hat to them because I mean, you know, we shut them out the first 2 innings, we scored 3, and then they go 1, and then they have a big hit.
Pick. Good ball game, and again, defensively, you talked about you made some good plays. I thought Mason Honey had a really good, nice game on the third.
Yeah, he did. He made a bunch of really nice plays. A lot of tough plays. I mean, there was a chopper here with their third baseman Clover hit that you know. There's not a lot of third basemen that pick that ball up and throw it at that angle and get that out without throwing in the outfield.
So to kind of switch gears and let this game go, the only 6 teams in the conference.
Yep.
That means you only have 10 conference. Right this second, the conference is 40% over.
Yep.
Now, it's a big deal about who you play.
It is.
Who you play when. But right now, it looks like top, middle, bottom. DeQueen 4-0, Arkadelphia 4-0, Nashville, Magnolia 2-2, Fairview 0-4, Hope 0-4. Now, the kicker with Arkadelphia, I think they've got a pretty good team. The 2 teams they played is Fairview and Hope, who are at the bottom of the barrel.
Correct.
So still a lot to be decided.
Yep.
But a big series next week with DeQueen.
Big series next week between. You know, they're going to be a very solid ball club. They've got a couple really good arms, and they can hit it. I mean, they're playing good baseball right now, and we need to turn our season around. It'd be a great time to do it at DeQueen on Tuesday.
All right, Scrappers go down 7-4 here. We've got JV. Now you've got a JV schedule next
We do.
later on in the week in a non-conference game. If you look at the forecast,
Forecast doesn't look great. You know, that's why we for sure didn't be playing tonight. We do have a JV doubleheader tomorrow with Genoa. Hopefully we'll be able to play that. And then we do have a varsity JV game with Lake Hamilton on Thursday. Now, if those 2 things happen, depends on the weather. Weather doesn't look great, but as of right now, we've moved them actually both to here to play. Because we have turf, we have great drainage, but you know, from my understanding, it's supposed to rain from about midnight
like
tonight.
you may have a
Saturday
shot as
afternoon.
I've looked. May have a shot for that. Who's Genoa tomorrow?
Genoa tomorrow. There might be a little
But I
more.
mean, all the experts, they talk like Thursday and Friday is going to be big time rains,
Yep.
basically all over the state. Appreciate you coming up tonight. Tough loss, good game. I mean, if you just want to walk up, don't know anybody, watch kids play ball, you'd have thought, man, that's a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Not as much fun if you're wearing the orange and black. But the Scrappers go down 7-4. They even their conference record at 2-2. We'll see what happens later on in the week, but JT and I will be back at DeQueen on Tuesday. That'll be a big game. Appreciate everybody listening on B99.5, watching the live stream on YouTube. Thank JT for getting it all done. Dale Castle back at the studio. Frank Preer always has a lot of good stuff to add. I'm Johnny Wilson. Scrappers go down 7-4 to the Magnolia Panthers. Good evening.